You've been skinny your whole life, and now that you're getting close to 40, the body fat, that's starting to creep up too. So you're now stuck wondering if the window to build muscle, if that's actually closed. But every year that you believe this window to build muscle is closed, it quietly costs you muscle that gets harder and harder to build. Believe it or not, this muscle building window, this hasn't closed. But it's not for the reasons you think. I know I'm you, just a few muscle building phases further along. And no, it doesn't take 90 minutes to work out 5 days a week. You can still build muscle even if you only have 20 or 30 minutes in your schedule, 2 or 3 days a week. And you can do it at home with a little bit of equipment. Here's how, and here's how long it'll take. The first reason is that you think your best chance to build muscle has already passed. But the truth is, your body doesn't know your age. Muscle responds to tension the same, whether that's at 25 years old or now at 40 years old. But what actually changed is your approach. You stopped progressively overloading, or you never started doing that. So nothing grew, and you just blamed your age instead of the method. It's time to put this reason to bed. The same things build muscle now at 35, 40, 45. And you just have to do them for long enough while respecting the realities of your body now. Things like slower recovery, that little bit of extra thought about how to keep your joints happy and not starting to ache, those types of things. The second reason is that you keep putting off getting lean for some time in the future. After doing this for years, I'd say this is probably one of the biggest mistakes I made. And the problem with that is that the muscle always stays hidden. You want muscle definition, but the definition doesn't show until enough fat comes off first. So step one is to drop body fat. I know this sounds backwards when you've been skinny your whole life. I was scared of getting smaller too. But after finally doing my first fat loss phase, this is something I've done a complete 180 on. Now here's the subtle change in how to think about it. A fat loss phase is really a muscle protection phase, especially as we get towards 40 or over 40. Here's what I mean. When you're carrying around less body fat, more of the weight that you gain goes to building new muscle instead of becoming fat. More muscle and less fat. And obviously that muscle now is going to show more. So here are the rules for this muscle protection phase, as we're calling it. Go for 12 weeks and aim to lose 1 to 2 pounds of body fat per week. And the key here is to keep protein high unless you have specific doctor's recommendations not to, because that's going to help you keep and build muscle. So aim for about 1 gram per pound of body weight as a general rule of thumb. Now your workouts during this phase, they need to follow the same general workout rules. Don't let them turn into circuit training that actually burns muscle. Progressive overload is the focus. More reps or lifting a bit more weight every week on repeat. Now, if you've never tried getting lean and just want a system you can trust, that you can just follow, that's complete with nutritional guidelines as well as the home workouts, then download my 4-week home workout fat loss program. It's completely free. The link to get it is in the description. Now, after getting lean while we're protecting muscle, the focus turns to actually building muscle. But here's the third reason why you haven't built it yet. If you've always been skinny, you probably think it's just your genetics. There's nothing you can do about that, right? But look, you've just been sold the wrong timeline for successfully doing it by the fitness industry. Here's the truth. Being skinny your whole life just means you have to work harder and longer to build a decent amount of muscle. So the big question is, did you ever really give your body enough time to build the muscle that you've wanted? And I guess probably not. Again, this was a mistake I made too. You need and I needed more than just 12 or 16 weeks of a muscle gain focus. There's more muscle to build, so we need more time to get it done. The truth is that for guys like us, we need multiple muscle gain phases to build a noticeable amount of muscle after getting lean. Expect that real recomposition like this takes at least 6 to 12 months instead of only 12 to 16 weeks. Obviously, this isn't fast, and it may be longer than the timeline you've been told to expect. But the good news is go in with this expectation of it taking months, not weeks, and it's certain You don't need long workouts to do this, and you don't need a full gym at home. So how are we going to do this? Does anything change from the workouts, from our fat loss or muscle protection phase? And the good news is you still don't need long workouts, and you can still do this working out at home without a full gym of equipment. Again, just some dumbbells or an adjustable dumbbell set, and then some variations of every exercise that are legitimately challenging for you that you can rotate through. Then, you guessed it, still applying progressive overload every week or two on repeat. And the last reason is the common mistake of thinking that you need the gym, at least an hour, and a complicated plan to build muscle, like an unrealistic plan that doesn't fit your life right now. You're busier at 35, 40, 45 than you were at 25. More responsibilities, maybe even a family. The principle never changes. Progressive overload still needs to be followed, but the program has to bend to your busier life now. It has to adjust. The program or the method that fits your life wins, because the program or the workouts that you'll actually do beat the ones that maybe look better on paper that you would just quit. Shorter workouts, longer workouts, they all can work, but which works for your schedule and your lifestyle? And now, what can you recover from? Answer those questions, be honest with yourself about those questions and coming up with the answers, and you'll find or build the program that fits your life while doing enough to build the muscle you want. If you want the actual habits that build muscle, not just the theory, the next video breaks down the 4 no BS habits to start with to go from skinny fat to building muscle. It's right here on the screen. Click here to watch it next.